Got my little coffee bags on the go to this view. Look at that. It is day 4 of the John and Groats Trail and day 4 of the long walk home. Last night I pitched on Inver Hill just outside of Berrydale overlooking the bay, and honestly I think this is possibly my favourite wild camp spot so far of this trail. One thing I've realised with Scotland, although you have things like the John and Groats Trail, there isn't actually a trail in some parts. It's more of a way. This is the sort of way you would go. But there is something to be said for the challenge of starting off with interesting terrain, interesting paths. The route up to the tower last night, geez, it was like this. It was so scary, but it had the most glorious view, and I got there for sunset and it was so beautiful. It was so lovely. So very excited for the day ahead. I've got positive vibes, which I love. So I'll see you on the trail, because I'm totally going to make a second cup of coffee. I ain't leaving here till 8. This is a 2-hour breakfast this morning, isn't it? That looks like everything. No freaking trace. Ready to start day 4. Let's go. I love stuff like this. So this little pathway is the entrance to a place called Badbeer, and as you can see in the distance through the fog, there's a couple of ruined houses, and this was occupied in the late 1700s, and in the 1800s a person who was incredibly good at farming techniques and sheep rearing decided to turn this into an agricultural sheep farming area. About 12 families lived here. The majority of them farmers, although a couple of them fishermen. And there's little stories on placards saying that when the strong winds blew, they had to tie up their cows and hold on to their children on a rope if they went for a walk. Okay, I am crawling under gorse bushes. This is ridiculous. I think the pack's gonna have to come off. I'm stuck. Okay, this is what I'm crawling through. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Okay, I take it back to the person that maintains this section. Please give it a trim. Time to degorse my bag. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be so many spikes sticking in me for the rest of the day. Let's hope there were no ticks in that gorse. Fucking hell. So much gorse in my hair. Fuck. Okay, I really hope I don't have another section like that. Ow. Fucking knobhead. Right, well if that was any reassurance that I need to make it to a campsite tonight, that's it, because I cannot risk these falling out of my hair. Oh my god, there's so many. While I sleep, puncturing my mat. Oh my god, I'm covered. I'm covered. There's so many. This is cool though. This is only a few miles on from where I pitched last night, and this would make an excellent shelter, especially if there was rain or a storm coming in. I think a lot of these were military lookouts actually. Oh, have I missed them? Oh, they were just too doe. Beautiful. Wow, okay. Right now I'm feeling really freaking lucky because that is a beautiful adder. Talked to me 2 minutes ago when I nearly stood on the thing and it was hissing like crazy. Whew, your girl was scared. I think it's an adder. I'm pretty sure it's an adder. They're the only kind of snakes we really get in the UK, but she's camouflaged well. Look at that. Huh. Oh my gosh. Look at the sky. Look at the lovely flat trail. Today has done a right Uno reverse 180 U-turn. Yes, it has. After the drama this morning that was adder attack and then gorseception, everything's changed. If I haven't talked about gorseception, it was mental. And I was like, do you know what? after that mentalness, I'm going to go into Helmsdale. It's not too far off route, and I'm going to treat myself to a pint. So I walked to the pub, and the pub was closed. So I walked to the inn, and the inn was shut for a week's DIY. And I thought, fuck, all I wanted was a nice little bit of food and to relax and charge my clothes and pick all the gloss out of myself in a bathroom. And then in the distance, I see a cafe called Time and Place. And for a moment, my heart skips a beat and I get excited, but then I think it's placed like a fish. It's going to be a fish restaurant, and I walk there anyway. And they did sell fish, but they also sold lentil soup with a vegan cheese sarnie and a soya latte for $10.95, and it was delicious. So I sat there and I ate my food with a little happy tear in my eye, charged up my stuff. They filled up my water bottles, wished me luck and sent me on my way. This beach I've been walking along is so freaking beautiful. I do have a bit of a river crossing to do now, but it's quite shallow. So yeah, trekking pole is out to stop me from slipping on the rocks. I'm 3 miles away from the campsite. Views, moves. Oh, I cannot wait to have a shower. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And this is the pitch tonight for the campsite. The shower was worth it, and I've got a pretty decent view for sunset as well. It's a nice and quiet camp area. I am a bit nervous about this tent for when it rains, because this is the wet either from my condensation-y breath or from the dew, but it's only at the heads and the tails, not the left, not the right. So last night, like I said, I treated myself to a little campsite, and I burnt my face something rotten, didn't I? Yes. Yes, this shocking. One, shocking, is going from Land's End to Johnny Groats. He's got a couple of days left. He's giving me his sun cream. Hey!
And best luck with the next 3 months all the way south.
Thank you!
Good luck.
Hey buddy. Good morning, you beautiful lot. The puffy is up because it's a bit windy, but the shorts are on because your girl's done laundry. Look at all that hanging off the back of her pack. The sky is too blue to not have washed some stuff. I've just gone through a gorgeous little village called Brora. They had a co-op, love a co-op. Got me some Red Bull, got me some sandwiches, got me vegan Rocky Road, 2 vegan Rocky Roads, and so many gummy sweets. So your girl's set for the day. If you think this blue sky and blue sea and rocky white cove wasn't stunning enough, oh, waterfall! Oh, I love it. I'm feeling very tired today. I'm sorry gang, it had to be done. It had to be done. So the next section of the route goes through Loch Fleet in Balblair Woods. And it is a beautiful, beautiful woodland. A bit of this section going around the estuary does go on a 60-mile-per-hour road for a fair chunk of it. Bit dangerous, but freaking beautiful. There's this really, really cool piece of decorative woodwork. Look at that. About seals at Loch Fleet. And just behind it, on this sandbar, go on, zoom, 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 zoom. Can you see them? They're the seals of Loch Fleet. Oh, so cute. Hey, bobbers. And this is my pitch for tonight, with that glorious sunset right behind me. Now, I've got some like weird creepy vibes right now. Part of the area I just walked through, I didn't film, but it freaked me out. And then my camera's been glitching, and I don't know, I've just got weird vibes right now. But my foot hurts too much to go on. There is a campsite, I think, in about a mile or so. Don't know whether I should call them, but I think I've left it too late and I don't want to be hiking in the dark. I'm hoping it's just because I know this is a cow field, but yeah, weird vibes, weird vibes. I don't like it when my gut does this. Oh, there's ticks everywhere. I guess that is what my gut was trying to tell me. Oh, gorgeous sunset though. Oh man, they're even in my socks. So this wild camp spot wasn't exactly what I hoped. In my head, I imagined really lovely sandy dunes, a little bit like that video I did down at Perrin Sands, and watching the sunset and being somewhere to watch the sunrise. And it turns out these dunes are grassy dunes that have cattle. And, oh God, I just didn't think to tick check, because in my head I'm like, oh, it's sheep. Ticks like sheep. It's long grass, mate. I should have known. Anyway, I've taken one out the tent, flicked a couple off the tent. I've only been here about 10 minutes. Ooh, there's a big spider. Do spiders eat ticks? Let's pretend spiders eat ticks. Anyway, basically what I've been doing is spreading out my towel and then putting my bag and everything here, and then checking whatever's not got a tick on it, putting it down the bottom so my head's at the top. I'm normally so good at checking for ticks, because I'm just so freaking paranoid that I'm gonna get some. Whenever I've done my hikes, touch wood, I've avoided them. I've only had 2 ticks in my life. Once was like 12 years ago in El Salvador. I had to pull it out my neck, and the other one, I'm not even sure whether it was a tick, but there was like something on my butt. So yeah, the fact that I've been pitched with ticks, and I'd done all my laundry, guys. My laundry was drying on my pack. I put my pack in the grass while I pitched my tent. I've been going at it like this with the torch. So luckily tonight I'm not cooking anything anyway. I went through a town today, so I actually did a bit of a resupply, and I've got a sandwich and I've got some watermelon, which I'm so excited to eat because I just need fruit. And the sandwich has got salad in it, and it's just health, and I've needed health because, yeah, for anyone who's done these long through hikes, by day 3 or 4 of living off noodles and flapjacks, and yeah, you just want that little bit of fruit, and dried mango doesn't always cut it. Anyway, the temperatures are set to get pretty low tonight, so I'm going to boil up some water just outside the tent, or staying inside, and do the little Nalgene trick. Pour in a bunch of hot water into the bowl, shaking it up and having it by my feet. Are we actually joking, guys? 5 minutes. 5 minutes away from where I pitched. I could have been in this shelter. It wasn't on my map or my app. There's a fucking chair and everything. And that is the bridge that I'm crossing over next. So, excuse the angle, but I am currently in a little car park with rocket in my teeth. So beautiful. It's about mile 7 of roads now, and my foot's struggling. Oh, my trousers sound like a fart. So yeah, I've decided to sit here, have an hour's rest, bought some nutrition, bought some Red Bull. And then I will mission on and see how far I can get. But today's not fun, guys. If you are planning to do this route and your feet don't like roads, good luck. That's all I can say. At least there's loads of supermarkets. If I had actually looked at the map properly, I wouldn't have needed to bring any food. I could have gone lunch at Co-ops, dinner at Lidl the past 2 days now, I reckon. So that's something, because I'm getting all the nutritious treats. She's leaving the road. It's mile 100! Now that's a view. Temperatures have dropped, so I've got my hoodie on and my waterproof, windproof trousers. So I'm not really sure what to do. No unauthorised person at this point. They are definitely doing felling because there's a truck. So I don't really know what to do. All of this is either exposed on the road or thick brush. Alrighty, so because I am not sure what the deal is, I walked down the road a little bit, climbed back into the woods that I could access from the road, wasn't climbing over a fence. And in Scotland you do have the right to roam, so it's a bit weird that there's a sign there saying don't pass, there's felling, and to also have an actual digger. And I have looked around and there are trees that have been cut. So I'm a little bit further down. In front of me that way is where I can see the truck. I'm really close to the road, I'm really exposed. It's that paranoia thing, isn't it? People have seen me walking along the road, people have seen me walking through farms. It says there's CCTV here, people may have seen me on the CCTV. You just make yourself a target, or I feel like I'm making myself a target. So yeah, a little nervous. Gut says I'll be alright. You know, last night I had a weird gut feeling and there were ticks, so I can't walk very far with my foot. This is the best and safest option I think I can do. So this is the bit, there's some twigs and stuff, but it's kind of soft. It's better than all the other mounds around. Fallen tree. I did have a look up. There's not really any widowmakers. And there's not really a big wind tonight, so that's cool because there is a lot of fallen branches on the ground. So there she is, a pretty visible white thing. Oh god. Beautiful woodland though. Oh my gosh, it's all got a little bit dramatic, day 5 and 6. Yesterday camping amongst the ticks, and today camping very close to a road in a tree felling area. But you know, these things are sent to challenge us, I suppose. I'm gonna really quickly get some dinner on because I am hungry, and I can set my bed up by a head torch and stuff when it gets dark. But yeah, I wanna get some food on now. So tonight is just going to be the standard super noodles with nutrition. So I went and got some super noodles at the co-op, and then I'm also going to be adding in dehydrated mushrooms and dehydrated soy chunks. If you're not a dirty vegs, dehydrated soy chunks are still a really good option to take with you because they're 52% protein. So a lot of the dehydrated meals actually use soya chunks anyway, and they just say it's like beef, when if you look at the back it's actually soya. So anyway, I'm going to get the noodles on the boil and have something to eat while I set up camp. But this is really, really beautiful here. It's so pretty. It just feels strange now being so close to a road. It just makes me feel a little bit uneasy. And here she is, my little dinner. Now I know super noodles with a little bit of soy chunks and mushrooms doesn't sound great, but it is really quite carb heavy and protein heavy. If you put about 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds in, that's actually 10 grams of protein as well. So in here I've probably got at least 25 grams of protein. If that was in there, that would be 35 grams just in one meal. And this probably doesn't even come to a pound. And the thing is, you can mix it up each time. So like last night I had the bacon flavour. This night I've got the chicken flavour. They don't have chicken or bacon in. I mean, some probably do, but super noodles don't. Neither do Maggie noodles, as a little heads up. But yeah, then I sometimes mix it up with the Korean ones as well. You can also make your own if you get like really thin vermicelli rice noodles. So I sometimes do that, where I have those and some miso sachets, and that works really nicely as well. Morning world. Alrighty, it is day 7 of the long walk home. Day 7 of the great GROATS trail. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, today's the day I feel shit. Don't want to do it. And I knew I'd have one of these days. I didn't think it would come on day 7, but I think, just looked at the map and it's another 16 miles road walking today. And it's just very hard to motivate yourself to do something that is going to cause you such pain without a reward. So what am I going to see on roads? I'm not going to see anything. I'm going to see fields of cows and fields of sheep and cars and trucks and lorries and buses and trucks and a co-op, which is great because I love a co-op, but then more cows and sheep. I just want a good night's sleep. I think that's what it is as well. I just need a good night's sleep. This sleeping bag is really good when I can fall asleep on my back. And I'm lovely and warm and cozy and I fall asleep on my back. And then I wake up freezing because I've turned on my side and the whole draft is coming in because there's less baffling. And then I have to like lie on my back again and wriggle to get the heat back in and trap the heat in. And I just really want a good night's sleep. I just really need a good night's sleep. This is it. I'll show you that no trace has been left and then clip this girl up. I'm currently walking on a cycle path, so it's a little less noisy, and I thought I'd have a little chat to you because one of the towns I passed through called Alness, I think it's called, A-L-N-E-S-S, and basically they had this community centre there which had like loads of free kids activities, free kids classes, and like an affordable cafe. So I had soup, I had coffee and a can of Diet Coke for £7.30. So I went back and had another soup for £3. The soup was £3 with bread. I gave a little tip, obviously. Oh my gosh, so if you're doing this route, Alness, I think it's a Christian community centre. Amazing food. I charged up my stuff as well. I sat there for like an hour. Oh, and the people, the staff was so lovely. And I think it's starting to get a bit known on the hiker trail because she was saying that they have a couple people each week come in now and fill up their water bottles and get some food and snacks. So yeah, if you don't have time to sit down for a cafe, there's also a co-op there. So Alness is a really good place. The strapping is on. Oh, she's a poorly foot. So excuse the terrible angle and all the noise, but it is mile 10 now of road walking and my foot, she hates me. She's pissed off. She's not happy about the road. Even my left foot, the under arch has started hurting now. So I've stopped again at another co-op, love a co-op, and I'm just going to sit here and massage my feet, take a bit of an ibuprofen, bit of paracetamol, and hope I can bust out at least another 6-7 miles to get to the woodland to camp tonight. That was lucky I looked before I crossed. I heard a little beep and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound like a car. Hang on, I'll stick my head over the gate. Psh, comes a train coming past. I gave him a little wave. Little bit of woodland track before road again. And I'm walking across that bridge there. good morning from inside the tent. It started to rain outside, so yeah, I'm coming to you from inside the four walls that I'm calling home for a fair chunk of time. Last night I slept alright. I did wake up quite a few times in the night, just hearing sort of random noises, creaking of the trees. A sleeping bag kept me alright last night actually. I'm slowly mastering the positions that I can lie in with her, but I am looking forward to swapping her out. I feel really bad saying this because it's such a good bag, but it's just the way we sleep, and it's on the website. It does say that if you are a side sleeper you may want to consider a different bag. You know, so this is my own fault. No coffee today because obviously slope is sloping. So I've had a very sugary breakfast of all the treats that I haven't eaten yet. And yeah, back to more road walking today, which will mean a co-op somewhere, which will mean a Red Bull. So I'm not too worried. So this was last night's spot. All packed up, ready for the tent to go down. It looks quite comfy, that, doesn't it? You can see where my tent has been and my mat. I've done a little bit of a detour for a second because I met a local as I was walking out of the woods this morning who told me about this woodland here, and I'll try and remember the name and pop it on the screen, but basically there's supposed to be a spring, a river, a well here that has healing properties, and people come here, they dip in the river when they're ill, and then they tie an item of clothing to the tree, and just all around in the trees are just pieces of clothing and rags, best wishes for friends and family and themselves. Yeah, buddy, she's 4 miles away from Inverness. The rain has, I was about to say the rain has stopped. The rain's just started again. I hoped it stopped. I was going to get some little bits of chatty to the camera for you, but this phone isn't waterproof, so yeah, I want to keep it as safe as possible to try and record some bits for you over the next 3 months, mate. But it's all very much settling in now, the fact that I am an hour or two off finishing the first trail of my long walk home. That's mad, isn't it? That is absolutely mad. 147 miles. Yes, mate. Look at this for a big path. It's a beauty. More gorgeous pine forest. Nice, undulating but uneven track. So my foot is happy. And yeah, I think after about a mile or so, I skip back on the road again. But for now, it's very, very happy. Oh, wind's getting up as well. Happy but windy and wet trails. Can you hear the whirring of the road? 3 miles to Inverness. This is where I'm going. Yeah. And here is the very end of the GROATS trail. 147 miles to Inverness Castle to find out the bastard's closed, isn't it? I can't get to the start of the Glen Way, and I can't get to the end point of the GROATS trail, and the rain is about to start. Thank you so much for following along for this journey. I'm going to keep trying to post these videos as I go along the trail, so if you don't already, please subscribe to the channel, click that little notification bell, and hopefully the end point of the next trail has a little bit more to look at than a shopping high street. Hey!